this is a free response question. Actually, it's part of a free response question on an old AP test. A lot of times you'll see these in free response questions as one of the many parts. Most free response questions have anywhere from 2 to 5 parts in it for a total of 9 points. This is just one part of an old free response question. So I just kind of took the part that applies to what we're doing here. Temperature in degrees Celsius of the water in a pond is differentiable function W of time T. Table below shows the water temperatures as recorded every 3 days over a 15-day period. So a nice thing is it's going up by 3 every time, right? It even says right here delta T is 3. So we'll be able to use our formula. Approximate the average temperature. Right? So this is key. It's asking for the average temperature. This is actually going to bring in some old material, some stuff that we need to remember. Of the water over that time interval using a trapezoidal approximation. So these could, on a free response AP question, could be trapezoidal or Riemann sum. But a lot of times, in recent history, basically each test has one free response question that involves either a trapezoidal sum or a Riemann sum, like this, usually from a table. But let's go ahead and take a look. We're asked to find the average temperature. Well, that means we have to use a specific formula. And we've learned a formula for the average value of F, which is 1 over B minus A times the definite integral from A to B of f of x dx. And we talked about the mean value theorem for definite integrals. Okay? This gives us the average value of F. So this is important to remember. We're only using this because it's asking us for the average temperature. And so in this case, we're trying to find the average value of W. So that's going to be 1 over B minus A. So from here, we're going from 0 to 15. So 1 over 15 minus 0 times the definite integral from 0 to 15 of WT dt. So we get 115. And then the definite integral from 0 to 15, this part right here, that's what we're approximating using the trapezoidal sum. And so we have to approximate that. We've got the 1/2 times delta x, or delta t in this case, is 3, times, well, we can look at our table over here. Right? We don't have to plug things in. We're going to be using these y values, right? This is w of 0, w of 3, and so on. So the first one, we're going to use one of these, plus the ones in between, it's always 2. So we have 2 times 31, plus 2 times 28, plus 2 times 24, plus 2 times 22, plus 21. Okay, remember the first one and the last one are only used once. Everything in between is used twice, right? Because it's in 2 different trapezoids. So out front here we end up, we get 1/10. On the inside, if we multiply all that out, we get 200, multiply and add up, we get 251. So we get 25.1 for our answer, and that's in degrees. We're finding the average temperature. So over this 15-day period, using this information, this is our approximate average temperature, 25.1 degrees.